Hi guys, Tony here. Today I'm bringing you what's on my Nexus. As you can see, the Nexus 6P is still my daily driver. The benefits that come with upgrading to the Google Pixel don't outweigh the massive costs, so I decided to stick with this until the S8 or the Pixel 2 come out. Taking a look at my home screen, everything is small and minimal. Right after the Nougat beta came out early last year, battery life had never been the same. I used to get about 5 to 6 hours of on-screen time, but now I'd be lucky if I get 4 hours. Now granted, the betas are not supposed to have properly optimized software, however, even after updating to the official build, battery life still remains significantly worse as it was before. So I decided to take a long hard look at my phone. 1, I did a factory reset, and 2, I decided that I'm only going to install the apps that I use on a daily basis. So here goes. As you can see, I keep it very simple like I said before. I only have 2 home screens. I don't use the Google Now home screen anymore because although it is useful, I didn't use it that much, so I just turned it off to save some app usage over there. On my home screen, what you can see is the weather and clock widget. I find this very useful because the weather changes drastically here in Canada, so it keeps me up to date with what's going on. We've got the daily weather, we've got all the different days that are coming up, we've got the time that can easily launch into the clock, and then we've got my battery indicator over there. Switching to the second home screen, as you can see, I use a calendar widget, and this one is from Google Calendar. I really like the calendar view and when it displays text for every event on the different days. And so once Google came out with that update about 2 months ago, I switched to the Google Calendar full time. As you can see, I'm using the Pixel Launcher. The Pixel Launcher is definitely simple and minimalistic, and that's why I like it. That's definitely the theme that's going on here. The first app I want to talk about is called Flip. Flip is an aggregator of all the flyers of stores in the different areas. I'm definitely a deal hunter, so having an app that can aggregate all the flyers into one place is definitely a plus. Jumping into one flyer, say Staples, if there's an item that you like, you're able to tap it to highlight it so that you could bring it up later on. And if you wanted to know more info, all you had to do is just hold down on the item and it gives you more info about the item. Now jumping back into the home screen, the next app that I want to talk about is not really an app, but I use the wallpaper app that comes with the stock Pixel Launcher. I definitely like it because it gives you some high quality wallpapers for the Pixel Launcher. So jumping into one, let's choose one for example. All I have to do is hit it, it downloads into my system, and then I set as wallpaper. Now, there's a twist to what I do to my wallpapers because I like to be artsy. Let's jump into the next app that I want to talk about, and it's called Thelatis. Thelatis allows you to modify your wallpaper to bring out the elements of your home screen more. So here's what I mean. So let's pick our current wallpaper. What I'm going to do is add a blur, as you can see, and then I'm going to dim it a little bit, right? And then I hit the check button, wait for about 30 seconds. And what you'll see is right after we jump into the home screen, it modifies the wallpaper just a little bit and allows those elements to pop. So I definitely recommend this app. Go download it and try it on your favorite wallpapers. The third app I want to talk about is actually the Panasonic Image app. I'm not going to jump into it, but it's pretty straightforward. I use a Panasonic G7 to record all my videos, and having to transfer videos by taking out the SD card and put it into the computer or photos is sometimes tedious when you want to do it really quickly. So the Image app allows me to connect by Wi-Fi directly to my camera and transfer those photos over, so that's definitely convenient in that sense. The next app I want to talk about is called Send Anywhere. Now this app is so useful. You won't realize how useful it is until you actually try it out. It allows you to send any item from your phone to your computer. So I selected a song, for example. Say I wanted to send to my computer. All I do is select the item and click send. Now it pops up a code on screen. All you have to do is type that exact same code into your computer and click receive, and as you can see, transferred. And the transfer speeds are pretty good. So what this allows me to do is definitely transfer anything from my phone to my computer or many other devices without having to get a cable and look for compatibility. It works with almost anything, and I definitely recommend it. It's so useful. The next app I want to talk about is also another very simple app. It's called FX File Viewer. You hit it and it gives you access to all the directories in your phone. So I can go into my main storage and say I was looking for something in particular. I could go into the different folders as to where they may be. Say it's the screen recording that I'm doing right now and I want to transfer that. I can go into the screen recording folder, select the video and transfer it. So I definitely like it because it's got a very simple and user-friendly user interface. Alright, so next is Playbulb. Playbulb is just a simple app. It allows me to control all the smart lights that I have in my apartment. So as you can see right behind, we've got the office lights. It's a light strip. So I have that saved in my phone. I just connect to it by Bluetooth and then it enables me to change all the colors and do different effects. Very simple, very useful app. I like it a lot. Go download it and go watch my review on the Playbulb bulbs and light strips. In case you're wondering, how do I get this video that you see on the side here? I'm using an app called AZ Screen Recorder. It allows me to record my screen, as it says in the name, and I can transfer that file later on to my computer and embed it in my videos, as you can see. Next, we're talking about Snapseed. Snapseed is, again, very simple app. I'm not going to dive into it, but you could download it for yourself and take a look at it. When I take a picture on my phone and I want to add a little bit of effects or edit it in any way, I use Snapseed. It's made by Google. Very easy app. Very good. As you can see, I have the usual Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter. I use the stock Twitter app. It's no bells and whistles. One thing I definitely like about it is the ability to change to a dark theme. As you will see in lots of the apps that I do use, being able to switch to the dark theme is very useful, especially on a phone like the Nexus 6P, which takes advantage of the AMOLED display. So the next app I want to talk about, I'm just going to demonstrate its functionality. So jumping into the browser, say I was reading one of my favorite websites, mobilesyrup.com, browsing through the article, and I say, you know what, I don't have time to read this. I want to read it later. All I'd have to do is click share and hit share to Pocket. So Pocket is I guess an article aggregator. Allows you to save all the articles that you want to read in one easy to find place. And as you can see, as I open up Pocket, it's right there for me. It has been saved to the app and I can read it even if I don't have a connection. So I definitely like the Pocket app. Again, as you can see, it allows you to also have a dark theme, which is definitely great for reading at night, and it definitely takes advantage of those black pixels on an AMOLED screen. Last but not least, as you can see, I'm using the BlackBerry Hub. Again, two things that I like about it, you can see the theme going on here. I'm using a dark theme. It's an update that just came out a couple days ago. Definitely love it. I used to be such a big BlackBerry fan. You could check out my first video, I think was on my BlackBerry Passport. I definitely loved BlackBerry, had all your devices, and even as they were going down, I stuck to them. And I once told myself that if BlackBerry should move all the great things that make BlackBerry onto the Android platform, I would switch. And eventually they did. So they moved over the Hub, BBM, and other functionalities. The Hub was definitely one of my favorites. It allows you to, as you can see, aggregate all your calls, emails, WhatsApp messages, other social media apps can connect to it. And so it's my one-stop shop to looking at all my notifications and having everything in one place. It's definitely a useful app, and no matter what phone I jump onto, I'm always going to be using the BlackBerry Hub app for my emails and all my notifications. Alright, in terms of games, I don't really play any games on my phone. I play Solitaire, which I'm actually really addicted to, and QuizUp. That's pretty much it. But other than that, nothing too exciting. That's what's been on my Android phone. Again, still rocking the Nexus 6P. It's been doing pretty well. It's definitely a phone that I would still buy today. Let me know, guys, in the description below if you want me to do 1 year later review on this phone. I could definitely do that for you. I am waiting for the S8 to come out, and that's probably going to be my next device, but this device has definitely served me well. Like I said in the beginning, battery life did take a hit when the new updates came out, but definitely doing a factory reset and just using the apps that I use every day and not installing any other thing on the phone has definitely improved the battery life a little bit, almost to where it was before. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other app suggestions that I should definitely have on my phone, please leave them in the comments below. I will check you guys out in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.